Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 6 of What If Naruto Became the God of Wind. Remember to get this one to 300 likes as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also go ahead and check out What If Naruto was an OP Seal Master. And enjoy that guys. And thank you for all of your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be planning talking back to all of you. And yeah, if this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. Thank you for all of your help and support. And what do you say we begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, it has been 3 years. Snappy was surprised when she saw Jiraiya came in the office along with this man. When he removed his mask though, she saw who it was, as Naruto has gotten so much taller and wearing a new outfit, with a small katana strapped on his waist. Snappy wanted to see what he was fully capable of, so she told him that tomorrow they would be having an event to test his skills in all of the fields. After that, Naruto simply went straight home. The next morning, as everyone was there gathered, all of the rookies and everyone, Hinata and Kiba were there as well, as all of them wanted to see what Naruto was capable of after being gone for so long. As the first person of Naruto to face off against was Guy, as Guy even activated the gates, but Naruto was able to clash with him, as Naruto was siphoning off the air around them, making Guy body extremely slower, while his speed retained, as he's been training in this high altitude for some time now. It was then a double as he went up against Kunai and Yujiro, as he tried to place a genjutsu on him, Kunai, but Naruto genjutsu was 10 times better than hers, as he was able to manipulate the entire air around them, making her see, feel, hear things that she couldn't even tell the difference between, as Naruto completely outclassed Yujiro as well in genjutsu, as Tsunade was surprised by that. The kid has gotten extremely stronger, but before Kakashi could test Naruto in ninjutsu, they were interrupted as the sand had been attacked. Tsunade sent out a group with Jiraiya to be the leader with it, as they went off as Sakura healed Kankuro, as Kankuro gave them the evidence that he got from one of the Akatsukis, and with that they headed off, as they came upon Itachi and Kisame. As Jiraiya saw through this, it was a distraction, so he told the rest of the group to go ahead, as Naruto faced off against Itachi, and Jiraiya faced off against Kisame. Naruto got sloppy, because he was overestimating himself a bit, as he had to draw out something that he didn't want to do. Dragon wings came from his back and protected him from one of Itachi's attacks, as Naruto quickly ended the fight right there, as he extended a wind blade that teared through Itachi's chest, but it was just a copy of Itachi, because that man was a sacrifice used to make this clone, as Jiraiya quickly dealt with Kisame as they arrived there. The Akatsuki needed more time but they didn't have any, as Pain told Sorcerer and Deidara to see if they can escape with the Jinchuriki, but if they can't, they must leave him. Knowing that Jiraiya was there and knowing that Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki has become so powerful, it was difficult for them to really handle all of them, and not to mention the other Konoha ninjas, as the rest of the group stayed behind while Naruto and Jiraiya headed off, as Naruto Dragon was 10 times faster than his clay clone, as Naruto knocked him off of it. Both him and then Jiraiya then did a combination jutsu, forcing Deidara to jump out of the rocks. But they went down there to confront him, he exploded himself, knowing that there was no way out of it. As Jiraiya made a toad, grabbed Naruto, and they headed back. Whatever the Akatsuki did, it messed with Gaara's seal, so Jiraiya had to fix it. The next morning when Gaara woke up, as he was surprised because he didn't hear any voices, as he was surprised seeing Naruto here as well, as he thanked him for all that he's done for him, as he had to repay him somehow, as Naruto simply told him that he can just give him an IOU, so that he can have a favor from the Kazekage once he becomes Hokage. Deidara was also found with his 2 arms sliced off, after Naruto took them off in their ear battle. But that was a fake copy of himself that he blew up. So yeah guys, so it's basically as we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So what do you say begin this new episode? The week with the Konoha ninjas there passed quite quickly. No malfunction from the seal was found. As Gaara left the hospital one day after waking up, but he stayed in his mansion for that time, for the entire week, letting Tamara run the village for him, as they had an awkward goodbye, because it was strange, shaking hands with Gaara. Well, it was just different. But they did shake hands in the end, as the Sand Ninjas wished them farewell, and with that the Konoha ninjas took their leave. Currently at Konoha, Hokage's office, Tsunade was enjoying a calm afternoon in her office. No paperwork, as everything was just calm, no meetings. She received a note, well a message from the Sand, that the group had departed off, and they will be arriving soon in Konoha. Suddenly, the door burst open. Shizune, what the hell is going on? Asked Tsunade. Tsunade-sama, as Shizune was almost out of breath, it's terrible. You have to take a look at this. As she gave Tsunade a bingo book. As Tsunade looked at the book. What's so important about a bingo book, Shizune? It's about Naruto-kun profile. Just look at it. As Tsunade took it and went to the page, as she saw Naruto profile has been updated. Name, Naruto Uzumaki. Nickname, Konoha, Wind God. Age, 16. Rank, S. Status, Jonin. Attributes, Kenjutsu S, Ninjutsu A, Genjutsu S, Fuinjutsu B. Affinity, Wind, Bloodline, Unknown. He's a sage of the mythical Dragon Summoning Contract. Cast Unbreakable Genjutsu. Defeated Zabuza, A rank missing Nin as a genin. Defeated Gaara, the one-tailed Jinchuriki as a genin. Defeated S rank Konoha ninja Itachi Uchiha, Sharingan prodigy. Defeated S rank ninja Deidara, the mad bomber from the Hidden Stone. Action to be taken, kill on sight. Bounty 100 million Ryu in the Hidden Stone, Kiri, and the Hidden Rain. Tsunade looked down the book as she wondered how the hell did this news spread so fast. And those 3 places? Meanwhile, an unknown dark cave. The book is out. It has been done as you asked, Leader Sama. Very well, Zetsu, said the leader. Why did you leak those information though about the Kyuubi? Zetsu asked. With a bounty like this on his head, hunters are going to try and take him down, said the leader. And why is it good for us? Zetsu asked. I thought we wanted them alive. It is good because we know none of them would succeed. If he is strong to take down members like Itachi or Deidara, then he won't die so easily. Even if we both know that he didn't actually kill those 2. And by the time he's finished dealing with all of these bounty hunters, we will learn more about what he can do. Information is the key to success. Right now he's unknown and unpredictable, but soon enough we will learn a lot more. I understand now. So that is what you have in store for him, said Zetsu. Time skip. It took Naruto group 3 days to reach Konoha, as they did not meet any difficulties on their way back, as they were greeted by Kotetsu and Izumo, the eternal gate guards, as they were told that Tsunade was waiting in the office immediately. As the group quickly made their way towards the office, moments later, as Tsunade was going through reports with such a high bounty on his head, as she knew that Naruto probably had no idea that his report was updated, but now things were just dangerous, as the best of the best hunter ninjas would be coming after him. As Naruto and the group arrived, as Shizune led them in, as Naruto and Jiraiya was expecting to see a sleeping Tsunade with a bottle of 6 everywhere, but they were surprised to see her sober and working. Naruto, you're finally back. I was so worried, you idiot, she yelled, not even caring about the other people inside the office. We're fine too, Haim, said Jiraiya. She cleared her throat as she calmly sat down. Good work everyone, I will take the time to read your reports once you submit them. You're all dismissed except for Naruto and Jiraiya, said Tsunade. The others bowed as they left, as Shizune came in and locked the door behind her, as Tsunade sealed off the room. What's going on? Jiraiya asked. Show them the book, Shizune. As Shizune opened the bingo book. What's the bingo book near to ask? I already know I have an entry in it. Apparently the Hidden Stone is still pissed about the ass whooping that my father gave them in the 3rd Great Shinobi War, Naruto said. Things have changed, said Tsunade, as Jiraiya picked up the book and went on the A rank Shinobi section. But he didn't see Naruto's name, as he skipped and skipped, so that could only mean S rank. Jiraiya sighed. This is bad, he said. As Naruto looked at his current file, he was surprised, and his new ranking status, S rank, And he was wanted by not only the Hidden Stone, but the Hidden Rain and Kiri. How is that possible, Naruto said. There are things mentioned in my file that just wholly happened a week ago, said Naruto. I was wondering about the same thing, said Tsunade. It's quite simple really, said Jiraiya, if you take the time to think about it. How is that so error, said Naruto asked. The only people that knew about those events beside us are the Hidden Sand and the Akatsuki. The Sand wouldn't leak out information on me. I'm pretty sure that Gaara would see to that. As Naruto knew that Gaara would never betray him. Then, that only leave one possibility. Akatsuki did it. But why would they broadcast their loss to us and increase the competition on Naruto's head? Shizune asked. Information gathering, says Tsunade. They want to force our hand. Well, yours. As she looked at Naruto. They want to know what you're truly capable of. Exactly, the more high-level ninjas Naruto has to fight, the more data will be revealed about him to them. They have the confidence knowing that he won't die. They just want to see what he's capable of, said Jiraiya. What should I do now, said Naruto. I was never a popular guy in Konoha, you know that. And with such a bounty like that, 100 million. Even I would be tempted to sell my head to one of those ninjas. Villages who want my head, Naruto said. I think I have a solution to you, leave it to me. Just be here in 1 hour, I will call for emergency council meeting. This will solve your problem inside of Konoha, said Tsunade. There's one thing I don't get though, said Naruto. I can understand the Hidden Stone, but why does Kiri and the Rain want my head? The Hidden Rain has always been at odds with us, Naruto. It was their leader, Hanzo, the salamander, that gave us the title of Sannin when we fought against him in the last Great Shinobi War. We don't know much about that country even today, so it wouldn't surprise me that they still resent us to this day. Taking out one of our more prominent shinobi, well, that would be their goal. Kiri is different though, it's not really Konoha they fear, but you. Well, more specifically, your name. The Uzumaki clan, as you know, in fact, is from Uzu. Kiri is one of the countries that plotted the destruction of the land of our ancestors, Naruto. My grandmother Uzumaki Mito used to tell me stories of her homeland. The Fuin jutsus of the Uzumakis were greatly feared, especially by their close neighbor, Kiri. I see, Naruto said, so for the time being it will be best for me to avoid those countries until we get more information about them. As he got nods from both Jiraiya and Tsunade. I will see what I can do with my spy network. We need to gather more accurate info on them. Kiri is supposed to be at civil war with the bloodline side and the faction led by the Mizukage Yagura. However, the Hidden Ring is a very secretive country. I may have to infiltrate it myself. Alright, now let's see what I have in mind for the council meeting later today, said Tsunade, as she explained her plan to them. Time skip. Council room. Every member of the council was in the room. As usual, it was divided into 3 sides. The shinobi, elder, and civilians were all seated in their designated area. Tsunade was in her Hokage seat higher than everyone else, with Shizune standing right behind her. As Naruto was outside with Jiraiya, as the envoys closed the doors, beginning the meeting. Before we start, I will establish some special rule for this meeting, Tsunade announced. Sensitive information will be disclosed during this meeting. None of you will interrupt me until you are given the right to speak. Should any of you disregard this simple rule, you will be removed from the room for the remainder time of the meeting, regardless of your clan or status. Is that clear? As no one said anything, as she wasn't given any protests. As they knew that unlike Sarutobi, she was quite, well, temper, and she didn't hesitate on her threats. Very well, the meeting shall start then. We are gathered here today to discuss one of our clans, the Namikaze. The Namikaze was one of the first shinobi families to have joined Konoha after its founding. They produced many powerful shinobis and kunoichis in the past, our late 4th Hokage being the most striking example. However, during the last Great War, they lost all of their members except for the one that put an end to the war himself, Minato Namikaze. Now, with no official successor, all of the funds and everything belonging to Namikaze has been frozen for the last 16 years. According to the law, if no official successor has claimed this inheritance before 18 years has passed, the Hokage has the permission to seize this, and it becomes the village property. Now we're here to discuss about this inheritance before the deadline is over. As Tsunade looked towards Danzo, seeing like she was finished now, he wanted to say something. As he stood up, I think that it should be equally distributed between the civilian side, he said. It won't be necessary, said Tsunade. And the ninja clan can also forget about the scrolls that were sealed in Namikaze vault. What gives you the authority to decide such things, Tsunade? Last time I checked, even the Hokage wasn't above the laws that was signed by the first and the Fire Daimyo. said Danzo with blatant disrespect and a smug look on his old face. That old fool is at it again. She may have fire, Homura and Koharu, but Danzo managed with some loophole to get on the civilian side. Let's see how she deal with him, thought Sarutobi as he looked at Snally. You can cut the crap with your empty threats, and even the Fire Lord won't be at any use for you, in this case. Now sit down and be quiet if you don't have anything else relevant to say, because there is a Namikaze air. As Snally glared at him, defying him to say anything else out of his mouth. As Danzo sat down, with an angry look on his face, but it was quickly swept away the next second. As Hayashi looked at her, wanting to speak as she gave him a nod. Can you tell us more about the successor of the Namikaze clan, Hokage-sama, he asked. Of course, that is the reason why I called this meeting today. He has been amongst us since the beginning actually. He is one of our most powerful shinobis right now, and has the rank of Jonin, she said with a smirk. As Snady looked towards the door and nodded to the envoy, 2 steps could be heard, 2 footsteps, as the 2 people made their way inside. As Naruto stepped forward, the jury right behind him. Impossible! It can't be! There is no way that the civilian man couldn't even get to finish his sentence, as his head exploded in a shower of blood, as he collapsed dead. Until proven otherwise, the law about my Jinchuriki status is still in effect. I am perfectly within my rights to punish those that break it, and the punishment is death, said Naruto, as he placed away his blade. Danzo didn't even give Snady the time to, well, say anything. Are you certain? Do you have proof that this boy is a Namikaze heir? He asked. He said in a rather disrespectful tone, not even calling her Tsunade-sama. She certainly does, Naruto said, and you better know your place when addressing her, civilian. You will address her as Hokage-sama during the meeting, or I will remove you from the room myself for insubordination, said Naruto. Now, apologize, Naruto said. As Danzo grunted, he didn't want to be removed from the room. I apologize, Hokage-sama, he said before sitting down. As Tsunade, Sarutobi and Jiraiya smirked. As I said, I have here Naruto birth certificate and his blood test, and finally, Sarutobi Sensei can identify who Naruto's parents were. Yes, Naruto-kun was supposed to know about his lineage when he's of the age of 18 or until he reached the rank of Jonin. Minato also wished for him to live his life without having to fear the scorn of the Hidden Stone or other numerous enemies that he made outside his career, being inside or outside the village, said Sarutobi before glancing at Danzo, as he then pulled out a scroll, as he tossed it to Naruto, as everyone saw that the scroll had the seal of the 4th Hokage. This, Naruto, is your father's will. It is protected by a blood seal, so that it wouldn't be falling in the wrong hands. Only someone carrying his blood can open it, Sarutobi said, as Naruto bit his finger and wiped his blood on it, before the scroll opened up, as he read it. As Tsunade noticed a small tear at the corner of his eye, as he handed it back to Sarutobi, who scanned over it first, before reading it out loud. In the letter, Minato gave everything to Naruto: family funds, bank accounts, lands, and the compound. It confirmed the previous statement. Naruto would become aware and get all of this once he became a Jonin or the age of 18. As Sarutobi handed the letter to Tsunade. Very well, said Tsunade. I, Senju Tsunade, validate the content of this will. With my power as the Hokage of Konoha, I am pleased to announce the homecoming of the Namikaze clan back into our compound, and the nomination of Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze as the clan head. As no one dared to protest about that, there was solid proofs that he was indeed the son of Minato Namikaze. Time skip, as Naruto was standing inside his office, the both of them alone. So now that you're the new clan head of Namikaze clan, we can assure your safety from attacks inside of the village. And the Namikaze compound is heavily protected with seals, so you should be safe inside its walls. Well, that solved my problem inside of Konoha, thanks Bachan, he said with a smile. What the hell happened to Hokage-sama, you damn brat, she said. Well, you see, I will never disrespect you in an official meeting, but you see, because your grandmother, she was a Uzumaki, so that makes us family, right? So yeah, I am well in my rights to call you Bachan. As Naruto had to dot the paperweight that threw at his head. Meanwhile, in a dark place, Orochimaru Kabuto was looking at a newly added in the bingo book. They were interrupted by the arrival of a third person, as Sasuke was tossed the book as he caught it. The S-rank section. You should be rather surprised to what you find. The line about Naruto defeating his brother Itachi made his blood boil as he dropped the book to the ground. Where do you think you're going like that, Sasuke? Asked Orochimaru. It's time I teach that fool a lesson. Everything in good time, Sasuke. Kabuto is going to meet someone in a very powerful organization next week. Their goal is to capture every Jinchuriki, and your brother was one of their members. We may learn more information about this. Do you want to tag along? As Orochimaru knew that he could influence Sasuke with anything that regarded Itachi. Very well. I'll see that contact of yours, Kabuto. He will reveal his information about Naruto to me, or I will kill him too. As he left the room, Orochimaru simply chuckled. Soon. Very soon I'll get what I want. Time skip. Naruto's inside his family house. As he remembered what happened that led him here, the meeting, and now finding and stepping into his family house, his parents' house. The place was huge. He found the master bedroom with his parents' stuff inside, but he didn't have the heart to touch anything yet, as he chose another room, because there was a lot of room in his compound, and now he was down in the library. It was protected by blood seals, a lot of them, because it was his father's research room with his theories and ever jutsus he was planning on thinking about and creating. He also found his mother's notes about the female ability to control Bijus using chakra chains. He frowned at the thought of someone trying to restrain Natsuki using chains, even if it was his mother, as Natsuki told him that the time was different and everything was different, as she was different back then. As he found the notes on the Rasengan and Harashin, but he decided to put them down for a moment, seeing that he already knew the Rasengan inside and out. The Harashin was interesting as well. Space-time ninjutsu that allowed his father to travel long distances in an instant. And the next thing he wanted to know about was the Shikifusion, as the room was pretty big, as he wondered if his father left anything about that seal. As he heard the bells from his gates, as it came way over here by a seal that signaled him inside the house. As he made his way there with Sunshin to see a Anvu standing there. This was new for him because usually, they just use Sunshin and appear, but now, they can't. Because of the seal. Namikaze-sama, Hokage-sama required your presence in her room immediately, said the Anvu kneeling in front of him as they met at the gates. He feeling that he would have to get used to treating with such reverence, as he wasn't used to people just kneeling in front of him like that. Very well, I'll go see what she wants, Naruto said. As he locked his compound in Sunshin, made his way towards Hokage's tower. As Naruto arrived to see Sakura, and Jiraiya was also there. What did I miss, Bachan? Sakura, tell him what you knew, said Snaddy. Sakura told him about her end of her fight with Sorcery, as Sorcery rewarded her for defeating him with a bit of information that he had a spy with Orochimaru, and he was going to meet with him in 3 days on the bridge, the Heaven and Heart Bridge, near the Hidden Grass. We also confirmed that Sorcery is using a mind control jutsu to place on the people in the nations. It's one of those he used on the Sand Ninja defense. That is why they were able to get in so easily, because one of the Sand Ninjas were working for him. That was the same man you killed that looked like Itachi. The person doesn't even know that you're under it until they activate it. I assume from me being here, you want me to take part in this mission, Naruto said, looking at Snaddy, as he really wanted to search for his Shikifusion seal inside the library. Yes, I want you in for that mission. The object is to collect any information you can on Orochimaru, especially what he has been up to in the last 3 years. Someone will have to take the place for Sasori, and your unique genjutsu skills will come in good for that task. Jiraiya will lead the mission, and Sakura will be the support medic. I don't know, said Naruto. I was actually in the middle of something he said, but Sakura stepped in front of him. Please, Naruto, she said. I know that you don't owe me or Team 7 anything, but I beg you, please help us. As Snaddy intervened, that wasn't an invitation, Naruto. You are a Jonin now, you don't have the luxury to choose which mission you won't and will take anymore. You are leaving in 1 hour. Go home and pack, you're dismissed. Very well, Hokage-sama, said Naruto, as he made his way out of the office. But he stopped at the door. One last thing though. If we meet the Uchiha traitor on the way, don't expect me to go easy on him. I'm not a lackey of the council. The Uchiha blood doesn't represent much to me. Quite opposite, actually. Should he get in the way of our mission, I will put him down, said Naruto, as Sakura felt her heart skip a bit, because she knew how powerful Naruto was now. If he get the chance, would he kill her Sasuke? As she left after some while to recompose herself. What the hell is up with him, said Snaddy. Why was he so aggressive all of a sudden? I don't know, the last time I saw him like that was in the 2nd year of a training trip. We were working on advanced level sealing formula, and he was still working on the seal that he has now in his heart. He was really annoyed by his lack of progress, and he was always snapping. Jiraiya said Snaddy. Don't worry, he said, I'll bring them both back. Moments later, Naruto was still packing for his upcoming mission, as he was still angry, Calm down, Naruto-kun. Don't let your anger control you, said Natsuki. I know, but it's just, I'm so close to find some clues on freeing you. You can always do that after you're back. I'm not going anywhere, or neither is his house. I know, said Naruto, but I don't really care about Sasuke, he said. And especially, after what those eyes did to you. If I meet him, he's dead. Naruto, I also hate the Uchiha, but you have to remain in control and calm down, okay? As Naruto took a breath in and out. Time skip. 2 days later. The group arrived in 2 days' time and decided to prepare for the meeting as they went on a recon mission there. As Jiraiya decided that Naruto will play the role of sorcery, as Sakura and Jiraiya will take cover and give assistance if needed. With the help of Sakura, Naruto trained how to act like sorcery. He would use his ultimate genjutsu to cover his appearance and voice and extract anything from the spy. Finally, the day arrived on the bridge. Naruto posed and Sasuke was alone on the bridge as Jiraiya and Sakura was hiding in the bushes. They did not have to wait too long as a shadow suddenly appeared in front of Naruto. It's good to see you again, Sasori-sama, the figure said, wearing a hood hiding its face. Everyone was surprised. The spy was Kabuto, Orochimaru's right-hand man. How are you feeling? Naruto asked in disguise. My mind is still a bit clouded from when you released your jutsu. It took me some time to realize who I was. But we have to rush this. We don't have enough time for Orochimaru to realize my absence. And if I get caught, I'm as good as dead, Kabuto said. Tell me everything you know about the hideouts and Uchiha Sasuke, Naruto asked. As Kabuto told him about some of the secret bases and that Orochimaru never stayed in one hideout for too long, as they were currently in a base not too far from there, and Sasuke was with him as well. Kabuto then started to ask some tricky questions that only real Sasuke would know, seeing that he has already got that what he wanted. Naruto was about to attack Sasuke and take him down, but then there was a breeze. As Naruto narrowed his eyes over, 2 more figures appear. Sakura's heart skipped a beat. Seeing her crush, after 3 long years, she was about to charge in when Jiraiya grabbed her hand, stopping her. What is the meaning of this, Kabuto? Orochimaru said that smirk. So that's the Akatsuki, huh? Well, this guy doesn't look that strong to me, said Sasuke. Kabuto stood next to Sasuke. You were followed, Kabuto, said Naruto, playing the role. Kabuto smirked as he slashed at him, trying to take him out with a scalpel jutsu, as the thing went right through his robe, aiming for his heart. But the body of Sasuke faded away. That was genjutsu, the 3 of them thought, surprised. So, things are finally getting interesting. You're not gonna flee today, Orochimaru. I hope, said a voice. Orochimaru frowned when he heard the voice. He was sure that he heard it from somewhere before, but he just couldn't place it. After some time, his eyes widened. Show yourself, demon brat, he shouted. So you did remember me after all. I moved, said Naruto, as he slowly appeared on the other side of the bridge. As Naruto had his vest off, he was currently shirtless, as the circle on his chest. The tattoo was already missing the original circle and the 3 commas. Naruto growled Sasuke as he saw the murderer of his brother. Well, that was he said in the bingo book. It has impressed me how far you have come, Naruto-kun, since we last met. Seeing that you're here instead of Sasuke, the rumors about you taking out those S-rank ninjas are true. As Kabuto jumped back and took position beside Orochimaru. You're still the creepy snake that I met a long time ago too. I heard you also tried to kill Itachi in the past. Are you sure you really tried hard enough? It wasn't really difficult for me, said Naruto, as he grinned, as he wanted this to exactly happen this way. Perfect, Naruto thought. As Sasuke launched towards Naruto with his Sharingan activated, Orochimaru nodded to Kabuto, as he didn't want his future container to be damaged. As Naruto's eyes never left Orochimaru, he didn't even look at Sasuke and Kabuto. In a blur, Sakura appeared in front of Naruto as he used a super punch and smashed Kabuto right in the face. The ground below Sasuke started to shake as he felt himself being dragged into the ground. Because of Jiraiya, Orochimaru was surprised to see his old teammate. But the next time he blinked, Naruto was right in front of him, as Naruto's fist was already caught back as it smashed right into Orochimaru's jaw with great force, as Orochimaru was sent sailing for at least 100 meters. I'll deal with the snake, those 2 are yours, said Naruto, as he burst off. Naruto, wait, Jiraiya shouted. But Naruto was already gone. As Naruto landed, who the hell are you, he asked, as he saw Orochimaru's face peeling away, as he knew what the real Orochimaru looked like. Orochimaru chuckled, I am the real Orochimaru. You're just looking at my current container. So that's the jutsu that you were developing that let Jiji kick you out of Konoha. Very perceptive. That is indeed my immortality jutsu, Orochimaru said. As the both of them move off, as they start to engage in taijutsu, clashing and try to gather intel on each other's strength and tactics. Orochimaru was not as powerful as Guy, but he was fast. As Naruto was able to weave through Orochimaru's style because he recognized it from Anko, but Orochimaru's style was a bit more advanced. You're quite good, Naruto-kun. Sasuke can need to activate his 3 Tomo Sharingan to order to match me in taijutsu. As Naruto jumped away, well then, how about we kick it up a notch? As he pulled out his katana and cut his finger before sheathing back his katana as he wiped the blood across his fox tattoo. The winner run then violently picked up. As with that he charged at Orochimaru once again, with the tattoo on his heart changing a bit. Orochimaru was surprised as Naruto started to knock him around, as Naruto was much faster and stronger than before. Orochimaru felt like he couldn't even breathe. It was becoming difficult to do that, and his body felt a lot heavier. What did you do to me? Orochimaru said. As he jumped back going through hand sign, he fired a massive fire dragon that came towards Naruto. The thing came towards Naruto as Naruto didn't even move. It then went around Naruto. The speed and the strength increased as it flew towards Orochimaru. Orochimaru jumped away, escaping the fire dragon. And yet again he felt so tired. You're starting to feel it, huh? And did you really expect me to answer you? Said Naruto. As Orochimaru started to take more and more hits while Naruto didn't even look tired. As Naruto hit him with a devastating taijutsu combo, leaving the broken body of Orochimaru on the ground. Naruto watches Orochimaru slithered out of his own mouth, with another healthy looking body. As Orochimaru dashed off some distance before going through hand signs. As he pressed his head down on the ground before opening his mouth, thousands of snakes came out of it with swords out of their mouth coming towards Naruto. As Naruto created a clone as he held out his hand, the clone placed his hand beside it, as a Rasengan formed until it started to grow larger. Adding wind chakra into it, it turned into a Fuma Shuriken, as the wind chakra making it white and giving a rather screeching sound. You fool, I know about your jutsu and how you defeated Kabuto with it. You're not close enough to reach me, said Orochimaru. Oh, is that so? Said Naruto. As he pulled back his hand before thrusting the Rasengan Shuriken forward. Orochimaru's eyes went wide as the snake was being ripped apart. It wasn't even being slowed down as Orochimaru quickly went through hand sign. Summoning Rashomon, he said. As 3 Rashomon came out of the ground. Earlier, as Sasuke was trapped in Jiraiya Earth Jutsu, he did not notice Jiraiya Jutsu until it was too late, even with the Sharingan because of Naruto's illusion field. As his body was completely buried, Jiraiya slammed a seal on his forehead, a chakra restriction seal so he wouldn't get out, as Kabuto wasn't doing any better from the punch that he got from Sakura, as he underestimated her because the last time he saw her she was frail and brittle in the exam. When he was hit with the first punch, he saw it coming but he didn't activate his high healing ability because he thought it wouldn't do him so much damage. How wrong he was because he could barely stand on his 2 feet. As he was trying to evade her hits, but in the current condition he was in, it was proven to be very difficult. The 4 ninjas then felt the ground shaking violently as they turned their heads as they saw Orochimaru's ultimate defense jutsu, the Rashomon, the 3 of them, rising from the ground. A white, blinding light then erupted over the 3 of them. Kabuto was wondering what the hell was going on, for the gates to be completely annihilated like that. What the hell did the idiot use to destroy those gates? Thought Sasuke. That was Naruto Rasengan Shuriken. I wonder how things are going. Thought Jiraiya. What the hell is going on? Thought Sakura. With Naruto and Orochimaru, the landscape was destroyed by Naruto Jutsu. The wind behind the attack destroyed a huge chunk of the forest. A huge cloud of dust was currently flowing in the air, as Naruto was still standing where he was before. There was no trace of Orochimaru, but given how slippery the bastard is, Naruto doubted that he was dead. After some seconds, the cloud of dust finally settled down, as a gigantic crater was, where Naruto destroyed the gates. As he made his way over there, he saw Orochimaru. Orochimaru's body was covered with deep cuts. Seeing that he didn't take the full brunt of the Rasengan Shuriken, he didn't completely get wiped out of existence. Orochimaru coughed before a hand shot out of his mouth as a new body came out, but this one didn't look as healthy as before. He was panting and there was cuts all over his body, not as deep as the first one though, as he was panting badly. His jutsu did something to my chakra circular system. I can't properly mold my chakra. I've used most of it anyway with the success of body renewal jutsu, Orochimaru thought to himself, as right now he was in a very bad condition. And looking over at the blonde, he seemed like he was ready to go again. He doesn't even look tired. I can't stay here for any longer, said Orochimaru. Orochimaru looked straight in Naruto's eyes before going through a single hand sign as Naruto felt that sudden, paralyzing jutsu. As he snapped his will out of it by a force of chakra, but Orochimaru was already in front of him. Simple, Naruto said, Ryu no Hana. As Orochimaru was right in front of him to stab his heart, so he had to do this. As wings came from his back and covered his body, as the Kusanagi stabbed right into them. But Naruto was protected, as his body was still covered from head to toe. As the sword retracted back, as he removed his wings to see Orochimaru already running off into the distance as fast as possible. A massive snake came out of the ground to devour Naruto, but he simply raised his hand, as the snake was torn to shreds to the wind, as Orochimaru was off in the distance already. To think that he blocked that attack. That was the attack I used against the previous Kazekage, Orochimaru cursed. Meanwhile, Jiraiya was still guarding the trapped Sasuke, while Sakura and Kabuto was still in a heated taijutsu fight. Out of nowhere, the Kusanagi blade extended out, coming towards Jiraiya's heart as he had to jump away. Sakura turned as Kabuto backhanded her away, as Kabuto dashed forward and grabbed Sasuke and pulled him out of the mud. We're leaving, hurry up, Orochimaru shouted. We have no time to waste anymore, he said, as Kabuto dragged the numb body of Sasuke with him. As Jiraiya was about to run off when he noticed a still body of Sakura on the ground, as he remembered his promise to Tsunade to bring back them. So instead of pursuing them, he stopped. As Naruto then landed right on the bridge. Simple, Ryugen, he said. His eyes then changed, as they became a golden color, with a long black slitted iris going down the center. As he pointed his blade out where Orochimaru was running off to. As he fired off his wind blade, Orochimaru just felt something coming as he twisted himself just in time. But he wasn't fast enough to save his arm as it was completely torn off. As Orochimaru missed a step while tree jumping. As Kabuto caught him, as he now had to carry the two of them, not an easy feat. As he pulled out several smoke bombs and threw them behind him, covering the entire air with smoke. As he quickly went off with them. As Naruto sighed, they were already gone. What's that, Jiraiya said, looking at Naruto's eyes. You never showed me that before. It's the body enhancement from my Sage mode, Naruto said. Just like your resistance and strength in your Sage mode. What does it do, Jiraiya said, other than giving you a mean look in the eyes? Huh, really funny, Naruto said. Have you seen your face when you use that Sage mode of yours? The dragon eye gave me near perfect vision. I can see in high details, on much higher length than a human eye. And I also have an easier time to follow objects, moving at high speeds. And it also allows me night vision. Impressive, so that is how you hit them a moment ago, even if they were far away from you. Yeah, said Naruto as he deactivated Sage mode. Well, while we wait for her to wake up, why don't you tell me about your fight with my ex-teammate? Well, it went like this, Naruto said, as he told Jiraiya everything that happened. But it seemed that this mission is going to end in failure. It was a trap all along. Kabuto was most likely free from Sasuke's control by Orochimaru a long time ago. I seriously doubt anything he told me was the truth either, said Naruto. Let's not worry about that for now. There's something else I want to talk to you about. What is it, Naruto asked. I want to talk about the scene you made in Tsunade's office. Why were you so reluctant to join this mission? As Naruto walked over to Sakura to make sure she was still unconscious. After confirming it, he turned back to Jiraiya. I am trying to find my father's notes on the Shikifujin in order to free Natsuki without killing myself in the process. As it all made sense now. As Jiraiya understand why he was so pissed off in their second year of their training. I suppose you're not making any progress then, he asked. As Jiraiya pondered about telling Naruto about the seal, but in the end he decided it was too soon. Don't give up. I'm sure you'll find a way. Your father was very secretive about those things. After some time, Sakura woke up. What happened? Where's Sasuke-kun? Said. The mission's a failure. We could not get in any intelligence on Orochimaru. And Sasuke escaped again. When Kabuto knocked you out, him and Orochimaru was able to free him and fled the area. Naruto managed to severely wound Orochimaru, but I'm sure that it's not the last of him we're going to see. As Sakura looked down, Sasuke was gone once again. What now, Erasani? Naruto asked. I doubt they left any tracks. And it wouldn't be a good idea to charge after them right now, seeing that they know about us. We have no choice but to cancel the mission and go back to Konoha, Jiraiya announced. You two will go back after you're fully rested. I have another mission waiting for me, said Jiraiya. What? Where are you going, Naruto asked. To the Hidden Rain. It's about your new status there, said Jiraiya. As Naruto understood, it was the infiltration mission that his master was talking about. But Naruto thought about it. I'm going with you, Naruto said. It's about me after all. He could work on the seal once he get back. I'm afraid that you can't go with me this time. Every spy that I've sent there, they have all been discovered. But with only me, it will lower the chance of being discovered. Plus, I promised Nan that the both of you will get back safely. And after all, I'm a man of my word. Naruto sighed. Alright. But be careful. Huh, who do you think I am, brat? I will see you soon, said Jiraiya, as he gave Naruto a smile before heading off. Meanwhile, at Konoha. So let me get this straight, said Tsunade as she was sitting in her office. Your leader want me to send ninjas in order to help you guys win the civil war against Yagura. My name is Haku Yuki, and my partner is Kojiro. And yes, you are correct, Hokage-sama. But we don't want any ninja. We want the god of wind, Naruto Uzumaki, said Haku. Tsunade sighed as Yagura was the one. It was that side that wanted Naruto's head. The brat isn't going to like this. But this is a good chance to get information on Kieri. Time skip. 2 days later, the hin rained as a toad emerged in the lake. As Jiraiya crawled out of the toad. Infiltration. Success, he said. Back at Konoha, as Naruto and Sakura went towards Tsunade's office as they were granted access immediately, as Shizune came in there as well. Seeing the look on Sakura's face, she already knew that the mission ended in a failure. Nevertheless, she ordered Naruto to give his report, seeing that he was the one of the highest rank, with Jiraiya absent. Glad to have the both of you back. I already know about Jiraiya's next mission. Give me a report, Naruto, said Tsunade. As Naruto told her everything, that Kabuto was a double agent, the fight against Orochimaru and how they escaped. I see. Then this mission was a failure then. I'm sorry, Sakura, said Tsunade. Is there anything else, Tsunade-sama? Asked Sakura. No. But good work, you two. You're dismissed, Sakura. Naruto, you stay here. Sakura bowed and left the office, as Tsunade had Shizune go summon some guests, as Naruto took a seat. Bacha, Naruto said as he sat down. There's something I want to say to you. What is it? And I told you to stop calling me that already. As Naruto sighed, I just want to say I'm sorry for the way I acted. I was preoccupied with something and I let the temper get the best of me. I'm sorry, he said. It's alright, she said. I know you've been involved in a lot of things lately, and you never asked for any of those. Jiraiya and I want you to live a peaceful life as well, but some things in this world are just impossible, said Tsunade, as she gave him a smile, showing him that he was okay. So why do you want me to stay here anyway, Naruto asked. Actually, it's linked to the mission that Jiraiya is currently undergoing, so just relax and wait. Time skip. Shizune came back in the room as she brought 2 people with her. As Naruto looked up, he narrowed his eyes. Wait. Haku? Is that you? Yes, it's me. It's been a long time, Uzumaki-san, Haku said. What are you doing here, Naruto said. And where's that old fool Zabuza? I still have to thank him for putting me inside of that boat, Naruto said. It's a long story. Why don't you sit back down and let me tell the reason why I'm here. As Naruto sat down. As Haku then told his story. Apparently after they left Wave Country, as Zabuza decided to try again to overthrow Yagura. Not in the same way he did last time though, this time he needed better preparations. His last attempt failed because he didn't have enough manpower and tried to attack the man openly. He joined the rebellion, the side of the bloodline users, as Yagura became downright crazy, as he started to purge all of the bloodline clans, so all of them had to unite and begin a rebellion against him. The leader of the bloodline clan is quite mysterious, and only a few know his true name or face. The only known fact is that he's wielding 2 powerful bloodlines. The civil war has been going on for some years now. The rebellion, they needed more to win, more firepower, and the reason for that is Yagura. He was a Jinchuriki of the 3-tailed demon, and they did not have enough firepower to match him. And that is why our leader wants you to join our side, Uzumaki-san. It is a well-known fact that you once defeated the Jinchuriki of the 1-tailed raccoon when you were just a genin. We also know of your more recent achievements. Would you please lend us a hand in stopping this war that has plagued our land for years? Haku asked. It's up to you, Naruto said Tsunade. I won't force you to go this time, but this may lead a good strategy to find out what the Akatsuki want with you, since Kieri is also after your head in the bingo book. As Naruto thought about it, Jiraiya was risking his life right now in a mission to protect him. So, if it needs be, he said, as he need to do the same thing. Tsunade was proud that he accepted it, but he need to know something. Konoha cannot officially support the rebellion. It could provide the Mizukage a reason to declare war on us. We do not have the resources or the will to go at war with another major village by now. Therefore, if you take this mission, you have to leave everything behind that identify you as a Konoha ninja before joining them. As Naruto nodded, the last thing he wanted for his village was a war where countless lives would be lost. That will be all. You will set out in 1 hour, dismissed, said Tsunade. At his compound, Naruto left his leaf headband home as he sealed his thing that he will need in a stroll. Natsuki-chan, Naruto said. It's been ages since I last saw that overgrown turtle. But he has a high affinity to water. Well, Jinchuriki must have. How was his personality? Do you think it had something to do with the Mizukage's sudden change towards the bloodline users? As he thought about Gaara's case and the harmful influence that Shikaku had on him. I've been thinking about it too, but Sanbai, he was very calm. He was the calmest, to be exact. He just spent most of his time in the oceans, never bothering anyone. Then if it doesn't come from the Biju, something must have happened to the host, Naruto said. Before the Kaguya incident, Yagura was supposed to be a gentle and peaceful leader. Something doesn't add up here, said Naruto, as he analyzed everything. Remember to be very careful, Naruto-kun. It doesn't matter if you can control up to 5 tails. Even a genin can kill a Kage with a lucky shot. Never underestimate your opponents. Natsuki, she was worried that he would be overconfident. Don't worry so much. I promise, I'll be careful. You'll be there to scold me anyway if I'm not, he said, with a smirk. As the time was ready, as Naruto locked up his manner, as he headed off towards the gates to meet up with Haku and the other boy, so they could head towards Kira to get this mission taken down. But guys, I'll be ending this episode right here. If you want the next part of this, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn the bell notifications they posted. Remember, share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto was an OP master. And enjoy that, guys. And if this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos on both Animaking and Animaking 2, what do you say? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and click that bell notification to stay posted for whenever I post, guys. You will see it right away. And thank you all again for your help and your support. I'm grateful to all of you guys. Yeah. But for now, I'm out. I'm gonna be seeing you guys tomorrow. Peace.